So on the next inhale then, let's just take a stretch. So we stretch our toes when we point the feet forward. You can reach the hands away from you and spread out your fingers too. You might want to let your back lift off the floor and arch. Fill your belly, fill your ribs, chest. And then exhale, you might want to flex the feet, press the heels down, press the arms, make fists, push the hands into the floor, maybe press your back into the floor and brace. So again, inhale then, so kind of back off that push in, maybe spread your toes, your fingers, let your lower back lift. And then exhale, you can push everything down and tense everything up. Maybe push the knees down, tense your thighs, tense your glutes, press your back into the floor. Again, inhale to stretch everything out. And then exhale as you push down and scrunch up. Just do one more. Inhale. And then exhale. So on the next breath in then, let's walk the feet or slide the feet in towards your bum. And then just hug the knees into your chest and maybe just rock your lower back out into the floor. So you're going to reach around to the left leg with the left hand. So we're going to aim to reach our right foot and see if you can hold the foot, close the knee, so really flex the knee, tuck your left foot in towards, right foot in towards the left hip, and then start to drop everything down. So left foot rests down, and then slowly lower the right knee. Just stop wherever it ends up. So you may be quite high, you might want to lift it a little bit more and put some thing under to wedge it, so if there's any straining feeling in the knee or hip. If anyone's not really feeling much in that right thigh, right hip, we can start to lift the left knee. And then we can hold the left knee with the right hand and just draw the knee in. And hopefully that should increase the stretch there. If you still want a bit more, we can start to straighten out the left leg and I'll stretch the back of the left leg a bit more. Otherwise, just keep the left knee bent, focus on that right thigh, right hip. And just take some deep breaths here. If anyone can't reach their right foot, doesn't matter too much, just see if you can tuck it in. You can always let go of it as well. But if it's sliding forwards and it's causing you to lose the stretch, then see if you can keep hold of use a strap. So nice and easy. Got a similar position standing later. And then slowly then, if you've got your left leg straight, you just rebend it. And then we'll just slowly lower the left foot down. And then let go of the right foot, just lift the right knee upwards towards the ceiling. And then spring both legs down into a tabletop position. So knees in line with the hips, legs parallel to the floor, and try and lengthen your spine across the mat. And draw your belly in and up. So now as we inhale, we want to keep some contraction rather than expanding and relaxing. Let's just keep on holding your belly in. On the exhale then, let's extend the right knee, so either a little bit or fully, so our leg straightens. Lower to the ground is harder, and then inhale as we bring the leg back to tabletop. So just keep going. Exhale as we straighten maybe the right leg. So keep just on that right side, and then inhale, bring the right knee back in. So really keep an eye on the lower back's not being pulled off out, or your body's not being pulled out of position. We're just moving that leg in isolation. So keep bracing. Just check your inhaling. We're keeping our belly from expanding like we did at the start. So keeping everything tight. If anyone feels they want a bit more challenge, you can start to straighten the left leg out as well. So the left leg may go a little bit straight, may straighten all the way, and just keep moving that right leg. You can go low to the ground with the left leg. It's going to be quite hard, so just make sure you keep in control, bracing, straining anything. So just do a few more. I'm a bit quick now. Just go your own pace. And then once you're ready to move on, we'll bring the feet back down towards your bum and just take a breath in. So let's hug the knees back into the chest. Let's reach around the right leg for your left foot this time. So, and then see if you can really tuck your foot in towards your right hip. Slowly lower the right knee, right foot down, left knee down. You might want to pad up the left thigh with a block or something, and then we can start to lift the right knee if we're not feeling much stretch in that left thigh, left hip. And again, if you still want more here, we can start to straighten out the right leg too. So just go to where it feels good for your body. And we're just focusing on that left thigh, left hip. So just relax, nice deep breaths. See if you're feeling anything different this side. And then from there then, if you've got your right leg straight, just start to bend it, just rest the right leg back down. And then hook that left foot and just step the left foot on the floor. Let's lift both knees up, again to tabletop, lengthen your spine, draw your belly in on it. On the exhale then we'll extend the left knee either a little bit or going all the way towards the floor or higher. And then inhale, bring the left leg back in. So keep bracing, exhale, left leg kicks out. And then inhale as you bring it back. If you want to change the breathing, just keep breathing. And just keep moving in a different way. You want to go a bit faster. If anyone, you know the options. Stop at any time. Harder, you can kick the right leg out a little bit as well, or even straighten the right leg, and then just move in that left leg. So we'll just do a few more. So if you feel like it's easy, try the harder option. Lower the right leg down towards the floor. 2. Okay, and then from there then we'll just bring the feet back down onto the ground. So just take a breath in. On the exhale, let's reach our hands up towards our knees. So just start to lift ourselves up a little. And then so lift the head and shoulders, and then inhale, let's rest back down. On the exhale, let's lift ourselves back up, reach towards the knees. Inhale, then we'll stay still. Exhale, see if we can come up a little bit higher. And then inhale as you lie back down. Exhale, let's reach to the knees. So really draw in, inhale, stay still. Exhale, now let's come up a little bit higher. And then inhale, let's stay still. Exhale, let's come up a little bit higher. And then inhale, right, lie back down. One more, we're going to come all the way up on the 4th. Exhale, let's lift up a little bit. Inhale, we stay still. Exhale, let's come up a little bit more. Inhale. Exhale, a little bit more. Inhale, ready, last one. Exhale, let's go all the way up. And then inhale. So let's bring the hands by your sides, just push out into our hips, sit nice and upright. And then we'll reach for our left foot with our right hands and then tuck your foot in. And let's come into a cross leg position, so the right leg's going to come in front of the left leg. So we're in a cross with the left leg underneath and then the right leg in top. Just make sure this is comfortable. Sit on something if you need to. We're not going to stay here for long. We're just going to do 4 cat-cows. So just hold on to the knees, start to fold over, and just find a bit of a stretch in the back body, maybe hips too. Inhale now, lifting the chest up and bring your chest forwards and arch your spine. You drop the shoulders. Exhale, let's tuck the chin in, lean backwards, draw your belly in. Stretch the back again. So try and roll back almost as if you're going to lie back down. Inhale, let's come back up to sit, arch your spine again. And then exhale, let's lean forward. So just rolling forward, cat-cow, arching and then rounding. Inhale as we arch, lift the chest, drop the shoulders. Exhale now as we lean backwards and we hold on to our knees to stop us from falling too far back. So kind of broaden in between the shoulder blades. Inhale as we sit back up again, drop the shoulders away from the ears. And then exhale as we fold forward. So do 2 more. Inhale as we lift our chest up, shoulders away from the ears, push our chest through. Exhale, let's lean backwards and then use our hands to stop us from falling too far back, but also to stretch the arms into the shoulders. Inhale, sit back up, and then exhale as we fold forward. Okay, last time then we're going to come into a plank from here. So inhale, lift the chest. Exhale as we round our back. Tuck the chin under, you might get more stretch there in the back. Inhale as you sit back up. And then if it's comfortable to roll forwards, we're going to roll forwards. Otherwise, anyway, we're going to come onto all fours. We can then untuck the toes and then either press straight into down dog or pedal out, walk out then and readjust yourself. Come into down dog any way that's comfortable otherwise. So spreading the weight through the hands as well, through the shoulders. Really push back, lift the tailbone or lift the hips. Let's check how the backs of the legs are feeling today. So to inhale from here, lift really high onto your tiptoes, lift the hips really high, and then roll forward into a plank where your shoulders stacked over the wrists. And and your body's in a straight line and brace. Exhale, then lift the hips high so you're on your tiptoes, and then roll backwards into downward facing dog. Let's do another 3 of these waves. So inhale, lift really high, ripple your spine forward into plank pose. And then exhale, lift the hips right onto tiptoes, push back into down dog. So just 2 more, just feel free to go in your own breathing pace and exploring any way you want to. It feels nice in your body. When you next get to plank, we'll stay still and plank. And then just take a breath in there. On your breath out then, just squeeze the elbows in, just reach your chest forward a little. Maintain that plank shape. You might want to drop your knees for the first one to lie onto your front. And then when you're lying on your front, it's then tuck the toes, just push down into the front of the feet, which you start to lift the chest off the ground, so keeping your hips down. So easy cobra, for the first one you might want to just stay quite low. Just keep testing, keep feeling the back. You might want to come up a little bit higher by pushing into the arms, so just go as far. It feels nice. You drop the shoulders down, neck in a nice position. Nice breath in there. And then exhale, let's lower back onto our fronts. So you're going to press back either onto the knees or straight up into plank. Inhale, exhale, let's lift into downward facing dog. So as inhale, lifting onto tiptoes, we're going to hop to or walk, maybe handstand, however you want to. We're going to get to the front of the mat. So lifting onto tiptoes, bend the knees, look forwards anyway. When you're ready, just move to the front. When we get to the front, let's lift the chest up halfway and try and find some length again in your spine, shoulders away from the ears. Hollow your stomach out and then breathe out. Bend the knees quite a bit for the first one. We'll come into a forward bend. And then just give the head maybe a shake off. Maybe shoulders, shake. And then just check in the weight through the feet. So you want to spread the toes. Ground down, so the big toe, mount the little toe, and the centre of the heel, and stand as even as possible. So soften the knees now, breathe in even more. Breathe out, let's push down into the feet, so using your legs, and then just your lower back to roll up to stand. When we get to the top, you can bend the elbows, inhale, reach the hands up, and you can gaze up in between the hands too. And exhale, bring the palms together in front. So ground down then into the left foot, we're going to come into a standing balance. So let's lift. The easier option now is just to place the right foot on the inside of the left leg for tree. Otherwise we can lift the left foot to right foot to the inside below the knee, above the knee, or we can reach underneath, so you can hook underneath the right ankle and then make sure the knee's nice and flexed. Place the right foot up high onto that left hip into half lotus, and you might want to keep hold of the right foot. So we just start to lower the knee, make sure the knee's no strain at all in the knee, no strain in the hip. So we've always got tree, which is a lot nicer. Lower tree, use the foot on the floor for balance. There's lots of options, so really listen, there's no pain there. And then the right hand, if you've gone for the lotus with holding onto your foot, you can either bring the right hand behind for your left arm, or it may hook onto your toe, and you can hold the toe there with the right hand. It's quite a big stretch in that right shoulder. So otherwise, don't worry about that, hand can come behind. If you're in tree, you can either go prayer hands or reach the hands upwards. So depending on your option. We're just going to stay still in this position and just work on balance. My balance today, this left leg. So just feel what's going on, how you're standing. So we can just start again from the foot. How's the weight in the foot? What you're doing with the left leg. So see if we can straighten the left leg without locking the knee completely. So you can just soften the knee. And just check how you're holding your hips. You might want to play with tucking slightly, or if you're hiking one side or rotating, so you can just notice how you're holding yourself. Your spine as well, so you might want to pull the ribs in, try and grow more upright. What you do with the shoulders, your head, your neck. Don't worry if you're falling everywhere, just carry on, come back in. How much longer do you want to stay? Feel yourself being really grounded in that left foot, like a tree or lotus. Now slowly let go of the right foot. Let's bend the elbows. Inhale, reach the hands out. Slowly land the right foot down on the floor, and then exhale, come back into your forward fold. You might want to just sway side to side or just shake off, pedal out the legs a little bit. So we'll be switching the legs over. So spread the weight now through the right foot. Lift the chest up a little bit away from the legs. So halfway lift. This is easy if you have a block now. You can come higher off away from the legs with a block. Otherwise, the closer you are to the legs, the more intense, especially now we're going to fold. So start to lift the left leg in the air. So switching legs, right foot's on the floor, the left leg's going to start to lift up, just straight up behind you. And then we can start to fold in closer to the right leg to get a deeper stretch down the back of the right leg. So you can hold on with the right hand. If you want to, you can bring yourself in. In time, you can go higher with the left leg. So you can keep scooping that right outer hip in. And rather than shifting the weight to the right or squeezing the inner thighs almost together, that kind of action. Just the earpiece. So just check the weight through the right foot, the shoulders, you can loosen them up. You might want to reach a bit wider with that left hand, or hug the legs, so just see how you feel, aiming for that stretch in the back of the right leg. If it gets too much on the right hip or anything, just come back down. So the left leg's getting tired, let's keep lifting. Another breath in there, and then exhale, let's bend the right knee, land the left foot far, far away behind you. Ground the hands down and slide the right foot up in the air now into down dog split. So just lifting the right leg, really straighten out the right leg, push back into the left leg. The left knee may need to stay bent here. In time you can straighten left leg more. And then we're going to add a bit of a twist here too, so you can maybe point the foot and start to stack the right hip more on top of the left hip, so kind of rolling the hips open to the right. Keep reaching that right leg out to the almost diagonal corner of the room. Keep pressing away the floor, keep pushing into that left leg. Try and keep the left leg the same as down dog. So really feel what's going on here. Enjoy the nice stretch. Left hamstrings and a thigh, right hip maybe. Inhale then to level back out, and then exhale, bring the right knee towards the right elbow and pause the knee on the arm. So to inhale, let's slide the right knee now down towards the right hand. And then exhale, let's lift the right knee up the arm, high up the arm as possible. Inhale as we lower the right knee towards the right hand. And then exhale as we really brace, let's lift the right knee up as high as possible. Two more. Inhale as we lower the right knee down towards the floor. Exhale as we really lift the knee up as high up as possible. Final time then, inhale as we lower the knee towards the hand. And then exhale, really press down and lift. If you've got loads of energy, we're going to hold here a bit longer. Otherwise we're going to just rest the knee to the hand. And we'll be moving into pigeon pose. So from there we can swoop the right foot to the left as far as it goes naturally. Slide the left leg away. Make sure the knee's okay, ankle, right hip. So keep watching the sensations as you lower the hips down to the ground. You might want to pad up the hip with something to support it so you can relax it a bit more, or you might want to keep working and supporting yourself there. So just see, and from here we're going to start to fold over the right leg. So you can just rest on the elbows, you can rest the head on the floor. And we're going to stay here for about a minute or so, so just find a place it's not too much. If anyone wants a deeper position as well, you can always externally rotate a little bit more. So you can keep the foot ground where it is, swing the knee wide, so now it's a bigger angle at that leg, knee. And then I'm going to sink my hips down again. I'm going to stay with the lesser angle, but just in case anyone's not feeling it, feel free to increase the stretch there. So aiming for a glute stretch, maybe hamstrings, inner thighs. Okay, so start to lift the chest back up. It's nice to stay in for a long time. I've got quite a lot planned today. So shuffle the left leg in and then come onto our left tiptoes. Push the floor away with the hand. We're going to step back into a plank. So just straighten out the right leg and you just find that nice position for a spine. Really nice, just really straighten the right knee, lift, engage the right thigh. On the exhale, let's lower down for our cobra that we practiced earlier. So we're lifting the chest off the ground. And then exhale, let's lower ourselves back down again. So we'll repeat for the other side, just press back into your plank. So inhale, plank. And then exhale into downward facing dog. Inhale, lifting onto tiptoes. Exhale, bend the knees, walk step, hot handstands, how we like, to the front. Half wave up, then inhale. And then breathe out to fold forward and then into the legs. Bend the knees, inhale, so you can use our legs to roll up. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, let's bring the hands together in front of us. So spread the weight now through the right foot, so we can do the same now, lotus or hut tree on the other side. And we'll push down into your right foot, left foot either on the inside, lower knee above the knee. You can press it into the right thigh, or you can reach underneath the leg, so in between the gap. Really close the knee, place the foot on top, above the right, on the right hip there, and then maybe start to open the knee, but make sure that there's no pain, straining at all in the knee, ankle, hip. So we don't want that. The hand, right hand, left hand can reach for the right arm, or maybe for the big toe behind you. And it's quite a big stretch in that left shoulder, so just make sure that, again, that's not too much. If you've gone for the tree, you can open the knee as well, without twisting this underneath to the side, so just keep an eye on what's happening, what you're doing. So now we're staying still here. Okay. So just keep on exploring what's happening. How does this side feel? What you're doing with your right foot? What you're doing with the right leg, knee? Are you straightening, locking it out? See if you can just soften it a little bit. See if you can keep your focus point somewhere as well, so that will really help. So just gazing, finding something still to look at. Keep focusing on that. Rather than if you keep looking around, it will make it harder. You can even play around with that if you want to challenge yourself. And how you're holding your hips, you're hiking, you kind of you're tipping forward a lot. How's your lower back? How's your chest, your shoulders, neck, head position? Yeah, tree, if you want to reach up, palms together, up to you. When you feel like you've done the same there, we're going to slowly let go with the left foot, or if you've got hold of it, we'll start to reach the hands up. Slowly lower the left foot down, and then breathe out. Let's come into a forward fold. You might want to shake the legs off there. So easier, you're coming away from the leg, and we just keep your body away from the leg and come onto a block. And then we're going to lift up the right leg. Otherwise, you can stay folded in. So shifting the weight onto the left foot. Inhale, start to reach the right foot up, straight up in the air behind you, and then gradually start folding in closer and closer towards the left leg. Just get a little sip of water. So you're in standing split. So for now, you can play around with it if you want to by how does it feel if you're opening the hip or stacking. Otherwise, we'll keep the hips more level for this first one. But if you want to play around and feel that, you can. Just check what you do with that left hip. Are you kind of swooping the hips to the left? You can squeeze that left outer thigh in. What you're doing with the arms, the shoulders. The right leg, the one that's in the air, you can really kick it away. You need to look back to the toes you want to play with, keeping the hips level. Keep turning the toes down, or push the ball of the foot away and spread the toes. So another inhale and lift. So exhale, let's bend the left knee. Land the right foot far behind. Place the weight into the hands, and now we're in down dog split. So we're going to slide the left foot behind you all the way, and then up. So let's keep pushing back into the right leg. Keep pushing into the hands. You may need to keep the right knee a little bent. And then we'll start to open now. Let's start to turn our hips to the left. So you can reach the ball of the foot away. Start to roll that left in more on top of the right, and then reach almost to a diagonal corner of the room there with that left leg. Extending the left knee to keep the left leg straight, and then work to keep straightening the right leg. We'll keep pushing back into the right leg, right heel. See how the inner thigh feels, hamstrings. You do with the shoulders, you letting them turn, turn them, keep them level. Let the breath in, exhale then, let's bring the left knee towards the left hand. Inhale, let's bring the pause, or left knee to left hand. On the exhale then, we'll bring the knee up as high as possible. And on the inhale, we'll bring the knee back down towards the floor. If you want to make it easier, rest the knee down after each one. Exhale, let's bring the knee up towards the armpit, as higher up the arm as possible. And then inhale as you slide it down towards the hand. Oh, 2 more. Exhale, let's push into the hands. Bring the knee up as high as possible. And then inhale as you lower. Last one then, exhale, really drive the knee up. If you've got loads of energy, maybe pause there for a moment. And when you're ready to rest, we'll rest the knee to the hand for pigeon. Nice pigeon. Swoop then the left foot to the right. Start to lower your hips down, so slide the right leg backwards. And then from there then, we'll start to fold over. If you want to play around with the angle of that front leg, okay, you can always wedge something underneath to support you. It's about a minute. Nice glute stretch. Just slow your breathing. So when you're ready then, just start to walk your hands back in. Start to lift your chest, start to walk your right foot in a little bit. So you can come onto your tiptoe, hands back in, shoulders ready for plank. Slide the left foot behind us. Adjust your spine to tuck under if you need to. Draw your belly in, brace. Really straighten the left leg for nice after it all being all bent underneath us. So let's take a vinyasa, so we're going to slowly lower ourselves down for cobra. Inhale, lift the chest just as far as feels good for our back. You may want to stay low. Remember, inhale, top cobra, try and keep the shoulders off the ears. And then exhale, let's lower. So a full push-up or a kneeling one, inhale into plank. And then exhale into downward facing dog. Inhale, lift it onto tiptoes. Breathe up, bend the knees, look for a walk, step or hop back to the front. Halfway up, inhale, and then exhale, let's fold in towards the legs. So bend the knees, breathe in, breathe out, let's lift to stand. Inhale, reaching up, and exhale, palms together in front. Okay, so we're gonna come into another standing balance, so we'll just do one last round and we'll bring it back down. So step, spread the left toes, push into your left foot, let's inhale and lift the right knee. Just in front of us. So easy if you keep the right knee bent, and then it'll be hard if we straighten the right leg. We're going to hold with the left hand either onto your right knee or to your right foot. Then we straighten the right foot. We're going to add on a twist, so the right hand's going to maybe reach behind, and we maybe turn our gaze over the right shoulder. So we're going to go for knee if we need to. Try and, instead of letting the legs come across us, so you can keep the legs in the same position, and then turn the chest to the right. We can use a strap around the foot if you want to go for the straight leg, but by using your hands feels too much stretch in the outer thigh or hamstrings. So shoulders down away from the ears. Falling here, don't worry if you're falling. It's quite a tricky one to balance that. Yeah. From there, we're going to stay on the same leg. I don't know if that's a good idea, but we'll try it. We'll switch over. So inhale, come back to centre just because it's really mean to stay on the same leg. And then exhale, we'll get more out of it if we exhale, come into a forward fold. We'll get more if we switch over. Okay, so easier if you come on higher, like we did last time, away from the leg. Harder we stay close to the leg. We're going to shift the weight onto the right foot. and then bring the left foot behind us and hold on with the right hand. So we've got the left foot, right hand, bend the left knee, and now we're going to come into our standing split, left hand out to the side or away from the leg, easy every way, remember. Start to lift the left knee upwards, similar to what we did lying on our back at the start if we did the split option. And then start to fold more and more in towards the right leg. So we're kind of almost stacking the hips here a little, so it's opening to the left. Keep lifting out of that right hip though, rather than kind of dumping down into it. So try and find as much space there, or draw that outer right hip in, and then keep lifting. Doesn't matter if you don't hold the foot, you can always come back to stand and split as well that we did last time. Just keep stretching the back of the leg. Try and release some tension in the neck and shoulders. Just keep checking, try and spread the weight for the right foot again. You rolling in on it, rolling to the heel, wait, what are you doing? Fold in, keep lifting that back knee. And from there, slowly let go of the leg. Land the foot far behind, bend the right knee, slowly bend, land the left foot far behind you. Plant the hands down and then reach the right leg back in the air behind for your down dog split. Inhale, exhale, let's start to open the hips now the other direction, and let's bend the right knee this time and turn to the side. So we're going to add on a foot hold here if anyone wants to. It's quite tricky to balance. You might want to go a bit wider with the right hand. So just first of all, just check how the right arm's feeling, shoulder, elbow. Grip the floor with the right hand. Start to shift the weight off the left hand so you can walk the left hand to the left, and then maybe reach back for the foot. Try and fix your body in place. Don't worry, I have to make sure it's not too much in the shoulders or anything. Okay, when you're ready to move on, let's square back off and bring the right knee back towards the right elbow. And then we slide the right knee now over towards the left elbow. And if you want a bit more challenge, we'll kick the leg out underneath you. Turn the back big toe side of the foot down so our hips can turn to the sides. And then we'll bring the right knee back in underneath us and square back off. So exhale, right knee towards the left elbow or thread through. You can turn your big toe side of the back foot down. And then inhale, bring the right knee back into centre. Keep lifting it to the chest. 2 more, exhale, right knee threads, right leg threads through. So you can stay in plank the whole time. Inhale, knee back under. And then last one, then exhale, right leg comes through. Or right knee to opposite elbow, and then inhale back to chest. We're going to sit on the right hip. So exhale, thread the right leg through. You might need to bend the knee here so it's not too intense. And then drop your right hip to the ground. From there, then we may straighten out the right leg if it's not too much stretch in the hamstrings or outer thigh, and then the left leg can always straighten behind you as well. So you're going to start to fold over the right leg. Just take your time. So either just a little bit. So we're kind of dropped, where instead of sat upright on that right hip, we're rolling onto that outside. You might want to put something soft underneath the hip if it's uncomfortable on the floor. More intense if you're folding towards the foot. And then, or more pull it on the outer thigh and side if you twist. So you can even post the left arm through there. Just play around with your body position, how it alters the stretch. Find something good in some tension that you can undo. We'll stay in about a minute. So we try and have any position otherwise. But otherwise we're rolling on our right hip, left leg out behind us. That's it. Yeah. And the left knee can stay bent, or we can straighten the left leg. That's it. Yeah, the more we drop our left hip down to meet the right leg, kind of that will pull on the outer glute as well. We're trying to drop that. How are we feeling? Ready to move on? Are you ready to move on, or you want a bit more? So when you're ready to move on, let's walk the hands back in. We'll push into the hands, come onto your left tiptoe, and we'll step backwards into plank. So take a vinyasa. If anyone knows up dog, feel free for an up dog. Otherwise, just down into cobra like we practiced already. So exhale, we can lower down. Inhale to lift the chest. Exhale as we lower back or press straight back into downward facing dog. Just notice how the thighs of outer thigh feeling, the legs. Just do the other side. Then inhale onto tiptoes, bend the knees, exhale, walk, step in or hop into the front. Halfway back, inhale. And then exhale, forward bend. Bend to the knees, breathe in. Breathe out, let's lift to stand. Inhale, reach out, and exhale, palms together. Okay, so spread the right toes. So the right toes, yeah. Let's push into your right foot, lift the left knee. Okay, tricky one. Strap around the left foot as well if anyone wants to go for the leg straight, but holding the foot feels too much pull. So just see how this goes. From there, maybe straighten or keep the knee bent, and let's start to turn our chest to the side. You can kind of push the hand into the leg into the foot, or hand into the knee, and knee into the foot to help you find twist. And reaching behind with the left hand. You can just gaze where, you can keep your gaze forward if you like to. This will be changing that around and make it a little bit trickier. Hand where is comfortable as well on that foot. And just checking, dancing here. What you're doing with the hips, do with the right leg, shoulders. Try and draw your belly inwards, brace. Okay, from there let's slowly let go. Let's reach the hands upwards. Let's come into your forward fold, breathing out. You may want to shake off the legs, just take your time coming into that. So let's get the weight now onto your left foot, and let's bring your right leg behind your left leg, so kind of crossing the legs, and then reaching your left hand onto your right foot. So from there, easy if you're higher up as well, away from the legs. You can start to open the right knee out behind you, so easier, we're kind of more parallel to the floor, and more intense we can just fold to the left leg, and then lift the right knee up a bit higher, maybe even turning our hips open to the right, make sure it's not too much for the left hip there. You can reach the right hand quite wide to help you to balance as well, so opposite hand on foot. So otherwise you can let go of the foot. We got our standing split from the first round. Just a leg in the air there. So keep balancing, keep folding harder, less weight in the right hand too. You hold the leg, it's quite tricky to balance. See how the right hip's feeling, right thigh. So let go of the leg, slowly bend the left knee, and then land the right foot far behind you. So switching legs again, down dog split, so our left leg's now coming in the air, so inhale. And then exhale, let's start to turn our hips to the left, bend the left knee, and bring your foot towards your bum. Either staying still here, or we can shift the weight on our left hand, right foot. Right hand can reach out to the side, maybe reaching for your foot with the opposite hand. One side may feel a bit more stable, this side feels way more stable. Still nice to set it that side. Still not the most stable though, but a little bit more. Okay, so let's move on. When you're ready, let's bring the knee towards the left elbow like we did the first time, and then let's slide it across towards the right. You can pause there, or we can kick the left leg underneath, and we might want to turn the big toe side of the right leg so our hips will turn to the side without twisting the underneath knee. From there, let's bring the knee back to centre, come onto our right tiptoe again. 3 more of them. Exhale, let's turn to the side, keep your leg through, or just knee to elbow. Inhale, knee back to centre. Exhale, swivel to the side, and then inhale back to centre. Really drive the knee when you come back to centre to your chest. Exhale, leg through, and then inhale as you bring the knee back in. Exhale, then let's bring the knee towards the opposite hand, and then lower your hip down to the ground. So you might want to keep the left knee bent. You can even keep the knee bent the whole time and then fold over like a toppled over pigeon almost. Otherwise you can straighten out the left leg to the side. This right leg may need to bend, or you can straighten the right leg. You can even roll that right hip more on top of the left as well. So that kind of rolling action there will pull more on that outer line. You can fold, you can pull more by twisting. Our right arm can reach under, or you can focus on folding towards the left leg a bit, or left leg a bit more. And just see how the underneath leg feels in the outer. So that left leg. Find some tension and stay still. Nice deep breaths. Okay, and then from here, let's start to lift ourselves back up. Might want to bend the right knee or bring the right leg in a little bit closer so you can come into plank on that right leg. You might want to bend the left knee a little bit and then push into the hands and then step backwards into your plank. Just see how that leg feels there. So we can either lower halfway, we can come into up dog, or we can lie down for cobra. So it's exhale, let's lower. Inhale, lift the chest. And then exhale, let's lower ourselves back down. Full push up or straight back. When you're ready, downward facing dog. So it's inhale, lift onto tiptoes, bend the knees, exhale, walk, step or hop to the front. Inhale, halfway up, and then fold into your legs. So you might want to bring yourself in a little bit closer. Just check how we're feeling. So we're going to start to come into a little tiptoe squat. So come onto your tiptoes and lower your hips down towards your heels. And then open the knees out and come into a little fold inside the legs. So we're moving into a couple of arm balances. So we're going to start with crow because it's a simple option compared to we're going to try flying pigeon and grasshopper today because we've opened up, hopefully ready for them both. So if you don't want to do any more on the hands, we can either stay here or we can come to a diamond fold, and feel free to do anything you want to do instead. So let's bring the knees down to the side of the arms, and you want to lift the knees up so they're above the elbows, and you can squeeze the knees together to hold onto the arms so you don't slide down. So from there then we want to grip the floor with the hands, like those presses we were doing. We want to lift the hips up, try and brace, keep squeezing the knees in, reach your chest forward, push down into the hands, the elbows stack over the wrists, and almost pick your hips up behind you and keep bracing. Try and lift one foot otherwise, so they both might find that hover point where they both lift. So crow pose. If you feel quite comfortable in crow, we're going to try flying pigeon. If you don't want to do flying pigeon, there's still lots of options we can do on the way anyway that gives you some nice glute stretches. So let's bring the knees back in. You can stay there, feel free to do your own thing as well. Exhale, let's slowly come up to stand. So from here then, let's place the weight onto our right foot. Feel free if you want to do the other one first. And then we'll cross the left leg, flex the left foot so it's above the right knee. So as inhale, reach the hands out in front, and then exhale, we're going to start to squat. So like pigeon, this is a little bit deeper, so you've got that big angle. You may just stay a little bit higher, you might not even flex the hip at all, you may want to stay upright. And the more we fold or bring the leg in towards us, the more intense. So just keep check on that hip, on the knee, there's not straining anything there. So we may just stay there with the balance. If you don't want it to be too much of a balance, use blocks or something so you can use that for a bit more support. If we are folding quite a lot, then we might want to try the flying pigeon. So you can hook the foot onto the arm, and the knee is going to be pressing above the other elbow. So the elbows are the legs again, like crow. So it's the same as crow with the arms, it's just the legs are in a different position. So you hook the foot onto the arm, start to lean forward, come onto your tiptoes, you can bring the hands down, reach your chest forward, and then the back foot may start to lift as you keep lifting the hips behind. And stay quite tucked or fully extend the right leg behind you. Okay, I won't stay in these too long, so I'm not sure if anyone wants to do them or not. So when you're ready, we'll slowly keep going if you want to go for that, otherwise we'll come back up to do the other side. And then just give the legs a little shake off. So let's ground down into your left foot and let's lift the right knee. So the right ankle's going to cross above the left knee, and we may stay here. Inhale, otherwise reach the hands forward, and then we can just test the stretch, test that right hip, test the right knee. So just stop if you're like, oh, not sure, just stay, don't do anything. Otherwise, if you feel quite comfortable, you've got more space, maybe folding in more. The knee then is going to be above the right elbow, and the foot is going to be hooked above the left. And then you might want to come onto your tiptoe in order to bring the hands down, And you reach your chest forward, push the knee into the arm, like crow, elbow stack over the wrist, scoot the hips up. How are we doing for that? Try the one more then. Try one more, shake off the legs whenever you're ready. Keep working that if we still want to keep going, so moving quite quickly. Last one then is more intense. It's the same leg position, but we're adding a twist to the body. So you do lots of twists. So when you're ready to step the left foot on top of the right, this one I find is one of the most advanced postures, so don't worry about this one too much. Inhale, reach the hands in front, and then exhale, we'll come down into our little squat. So if the last one felt okay, we may progress to this one. The elbow then is going to come onto the foot. So the foot is balancing on the elbow, and the other hand is just clear and like a press up, we're pressing up to the side. I'll turn so it's a bit clearer. Okay, so the foot is going on the ledge, on the arm, and then to get the hands down, I'm going to squat down a little bit more. I'm going to try and use that underneath knee to lift the left foot up onto the arm. So I'm scooping, I'm reaching my chest to the side, and then the underneath leg may come off the floor, kicking that underneath leg straight. So it's quite a tough one. We've had enough of arm balancing. Nice, grasshoppers. And you try the same on the other side if you've gone for that, otherwise we'll just stop anywhere along the journey, and then as we open it will just come. So I think it was Aria sent me a message saying she just ended up doing it the other day, and it was surprised herself, so that'll happen. It's just a surprise if everything's, unless it's like boom, compression going on, and then it may not never come, but don't worry. So let's try the other side. So I'm going to stay up higher on this side, because I don't want to overdo this hip, because I know that there's something going on this side, so I'm going to stay there. But if you want to go a little bit further, you want to bring the elbow towards the foot, so you can twist, push the elbow into the foot. You may then squat a little bit deeper into that left leg. You may reach the hands to the side, lift the hips up, reach your chest forward, and then maybe lift the underneath leg, lift and then straight into the side there. Right, how much longer are we doing these? Sorry. Okay, so when you've had enough of that, ages ago, we'll slowly come out of it, or sit down if you're already sit down. Reach the hands out in front, and then control yourself all the way down. There we go. And then lower your bum to the ground. Okay, so we're going to come back to the cross leg position. So let's bring the right foot now with the left hand, bring the right leg underneath, and then bring the left leg in front. So cross leg the unusual way. So start bringing it down. On the exhale, we're just going to roll over, fold over the legs, so you can hug the knees. Inhale, let's hold onto the knees, lift the chest, drop the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, let's pull your belly in, let's lean backwards. If anyone feels like lifting into a boat, you can maybe let the feet lift off the floor and lift the chest here. You can take the hands off the knees, otherwise keep them where they were. And then exhale, then we're going to come back into your forward fold. If you want, you can even swoop the hands behind you here as well. That's quite nice. So inhale, reach the hands up or hold onto the knees, lift the chest. Exhale, let's roll back. Either keep the holds of the knees or lift the feet. Inhale, try and draw the knees in as tight as you can to your chest. And then breathe out as we fold forward. We'll do two more. Inhale as we reach up. Exhale as we roll back. Inhale as we tuck in. And then exhale as you fold. So the last one, any option, cat-cow, or have a go at the boats, roll back. So we're going to stay with our boat. Inhale, curl the knees in, and then exhale as undo the legs. So feet next to each other, and easier feet on the floor, but lean back. Harder, go for a straight leg boat. So we're going to stay for just 4 breaths. When you're ready, so harder arms can reach up. So if you can stay there all day, go for maybe a little bit more intense if you want to work a bit more like this. You want like a little day, it would be like, not today. So 2 more breaths. That's it, 1 more. And then we're going to control ourselves down onto our backs. Anyway, feet down or front boat. When we get to the floor, then just give our legs a little shake off. So slide the feet back in, and then just bring our feet together. Let's open out the knees, bring a little diamond shape. Leg position on the floor there. Just relax the inner thighs. If you want to wedge something underneath the thighs to support, if you feel pinchy in the hips or discomfort in the hips or knees, feel free to adjust yourself. Just take some deep breaths. So we pretty much run out of time, so it'll be a choice as always for the last stretch. So if there is something you really feel like doing, feel free to do whatever that may be. Otherwise we'll finish with a good back bend or an inversion. And I'm going to finish with a back bend today. There's a lot of folding and not so many. But feel free if you want to be a bit more calming and maybe do some folds or plough pose or shoulder stand, a bit more calming. So you can have a go at a bridge or a supported bridge. It's really nice, a supported one if you've got a block, and a bit more relaxing than the facing bow. So you can bring the feet in towards your bum, press your lower back down into the floor, and then lift your hips. And just pop block supporting underneath. And go as if you've got blocks, you can go level 1, 2, or even the highest level. If you do have a block, you can straighten out the legs, and that'll just open more. You'll curve the body more, so you'll be stretching more this front line. If you don't have a block, you can either keep holding a shoulder bridge. You might want to walk interlace the hands underneath you to stretch the shoulders there after those arm balances. That might feel nice. Or you may want a really deep front stretch and back bend, and bring the hands behind. Make sure though we don't feel pinching in the shoulders or lower back, so we come down if anything feels wrong. So fingers, so you can keep squeezing the elbows in, fingers by the shoulders facing towards the feet, and then start to press onto the hands. In time maybe straightening the arms, in time maybe straightening the legs. And from there now we'll be coming into our shavasana. If you've done quite an intense back bend, you may just lie flat for a moment. You might even want to counter pose. Do a little fold, hug the knees. Otherwise, if you feel ready to, you can just straighten out the legs where we started. You might want to take a few breaths in and out, so you might want to inhale, maybe expand, stretch. Fingers, toes, exhale, you can sigh out and curl up, push the arms down. Do one more if you want. So you inhale, you stretch, you reach the hands, and then exhale as you sigh out or tense up. And then we're just going to give everything a little shake. And then no effort there, no effort breathing, or we're just going to stay still and lie down, relax. See if we can stay in the moment now for the last few moments. And just notice what comes up in this time. to make little movements again. Maybe dropping the head side to side, looking. Moving the arms a little with the legs. Stretching the arms behind the head. And curl up over onto our right hand side and give the knees a little hug. And then whenever you're ready to, we'll just lift ourselves to set. And take a big breath in and stretch upwards. Side bend. And breathe out and bring the hands down in front.